Hello guys, so let's see, like for in a network we have four routers here, like it's called Yanman, Newman, Yanid and Junion. So we need to make sure that these routers speak to each other. I made an automatic connection between these two routers. It's in gig 0/1. Before that, like for these routers to speak to each other, we need some layer 3 links. So I'm going to assign some IP addresses. So we need two host IP addresses, so one network address and broker address for these two routers. Let's pick up one of. I'm going to take this IP address 63.88. So 89 and 90 will be the host and 91 will be the broadcast address. So let's try to assign these two IP addresses to these routers now. So I've gone into interface gigabit ethernet 0/1. So let's assign the IP address now. So I've assigned this IP address over here. So now the interface has turned to up. Let's go and assign the IP address on the other end as well. So we are assigning for the other end of the router, we have assigned an IP address and that's changed to status to up. So let's now try to ping this the other end of the router's IP address from here. This is a point-to-point WAN link. So let's try to ping and check. So I'm trying to make a ping from this router to the other end 63.89. I'm able to get a response. The first packet is like for a ARP packet, and then like it has got the response. So success rate is 80%, but like if you make a ping again, it will be 100%. So let's do the same thing from the other end. So from the other end of the router, like we are trying to make ping the other end, and now we are able to reach that side of the router as well. So see guys, so like right now, like this link is up. I want like Yanni to talk to Geont as well. So let's assign two IP addresses over there. We need a subnet with 255.255.252. It's a /30 subnet we are going to pick. Let's check the next subnet from what we have assigned to. So we have assigned 63.88. So four IP addresses are already gone. So 88, 89, 90, 91 is gone. So let's pick 92 now. So if I'm going to take this IP address, so I will be having a usable host IP range of 10.168.63.93.94, and the network IP will be 3.92 and broadcast will be 10.163.95. So now let's assign these IP addresses for these two routers. So I've taken the other IP as this one, and the other state the port has come up. Let's assign the next part of the next IP address to the other router's link connected to it. So the other IP address is also assigned now, and the port has come up. So let's do some ping test to see whether we are able to reach the other side. Making a ping, and we can see we are able to reach the other end. Let's do the same thing from the other router as well. So I'm able to reach the other end of the router as well. The ping is happening now. So now at this stage, the layer 3 links that we have created are able to speak from Yaman to Yanid to Geont. So now let's give a connection from Geont to Nunam. So we need another subnet range with two host IP, one network IP and one broadcast address. So we have chosen the next range is this range 96.96. So let's assign these two IP addresses right now. So we have assigned this IP address and the port has changed to up. Let's do the same thing, the next IP address to the other end of the router. So this is a good capture. Like when I try to use the same IP address on the other end, like it says like it's a duplicate IP address. It is sourced by another, and it has picked up the MAC address of the interface port, saying that this has been used by this port. So this is a good pickup. So now we have changed the IP to the next IP address, the host IP address, which is and we have made it to unshut as well. So let's try to ping now. So right now I'm trying to reach the other end of the IP address. I'm able to reach it. Let's do the same thing from the other end of the router. So the other end of the router is also able to be pinged. So let's see what's the ARP cache which is seen over here. So I've just given a show ARP. You can see here the ports which are connected. So this in this router, the corresponding port, what's the MAC address, as well as like it has learnt the IP, it has learnt the ARP for the other end of the links. So both it has learned the other both ends of the links. It has learned the IP address. So let's see, like in this one, gig 0/0 and 0/1. So like in this Geont, we are in Geont. If we from Geont, there is 4 ARP addresses which is learned. So let's log in and see the 4 ARP addresses in Geont now. So you see here the 4 ARP addresses of this one is so in 000, like gig 0/0, the corresponding the burnt MAC address for that particular interface is here, as well as the opposite links IP address, opposite links interface MAC address is also here, as well as the for gig 0/1 its own interface MAC address you can see here, as well as the other end of the link's MAC address as well it has seen here. So how this address has come up is like because you initiated a ping from this router from Geont to the other end, the Yanid and Nuon. So when you did a ping, where it automatically learned the address and it stored the ARP. Like now you can see that it's the communication is happening. So this is our example of the 4 routers. So this is just an example of how to plan a set of layer 3 links IP addresses, as well as like assigning IP addresses so that the routers can talk to each other. The same practice like we will implement in the same set of routers with the area 0 and OSPF. We will implement OSPF in these 4 routers in the next video, where we can see like how when OSPF is enabled between the links with the loopback IPs, how the routers are able to speak to each other. Cheers. Hope this this video is useful. Thanks for watching, and thank you for your time.